Welcome back to another exploration in The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero, where we are currently in Mine's Mining Village. Now, in this stage of progress, the outer areas haven't changed much, so like mines here, yeah? They still have the same dialogue as last time, for the most part. Except last time, Estelle and Joshua were talking to Hayworths here. And now that continued in this room. If we've learned anything today, it's that he seemed to be a genuinely respectable man. I guess it really was a misunderstanding on her part. Or at least, that's what I want to believe. I know, he's not a bad man, that much is clear. And I never want to say that it was all her fault. Hey, Joshua, what do we do? It's going to be okay, Estelle. We knew from the start that this wouldn't be an easy thing to solve. Remember, before we came here, we decided to take our time with this, so we could be sure to do it right. Yeah, I know. They must be having a serious conversation. It would be rude of us to interrupt. Sorry, I'd explain, but we'd be here for ages. Would you mind giving Estelle a bit of space for now? It's nothing against you guys, I promise. Oh, hey everyone. I didn't see you walk in. You on police business? Yeah, more or less. Is it just me, or does it seem like Estelle is forcing that smile? No, I noticed it too. That usual sunshine of hers isn't out today. I cannot tell whether she's simply overwhelmed or is experiencing genuine sorrow. Yeah. That particular plot is a continuation from Trails in the Sky. Estelle and Joshua were our heroes. We had two younger customers come by today, prices apparently. The tension in the air around them was so thick you could cut it with a knife. I wonder if something happened. What's your deal? Take your stairs and shove off! No one takes all the orders, I just carry them to you. That's everything. If you got what you need, you mind leaving me alone? Now, and since Joshua and Estelle are no longer talking with Hayworths, he is here at the cathedral. I'm pretty sure that all the dialogues haven't changed except for these four here. Harold and his family often visit our cathedral, where pious people pray with vigor. Their belief in she who dwells above has never waned. Bless them. O Adius, she who dwells above, please recognize their devotion and bless them with your protection. Thank you once again, kind father. Today's praying with Mama Day. But get this, Papa was able to come today too. Papa always says he's too busy, so today's extra special. Praying, praying, praying is fun. Coming here with Papa and Mama is the funnest. Ah, the SSS. I wasn't expecting to run into you here. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Hayworths. Are you here to pray too? Indeed I am. My wife has made it a habit of us to come pray whenever she can. I usually have to play hooky, but I decided to make an effort to join her more often. Always for family, man, eh? It's impressive how faithful you are despite your busy schedule. I wouldn't put it like that. I'm sorry, it's nothing. It's not like I consider myself an overly pious man to begin with. I simply heard that praying can help in business endeavors, that's all. For real? That's why you're here? Sorry to disappoint. Because this technically still counts as outside of Crossbell. But the inside of the city changed. The Crossbell Diet members are said to be cunning individuals. Perhaps too cunning. To make matters even more complicated, Crossbell and politics are interfered with by the ulterior motives of the Empire and the Republic. The occasional young man with a strong sense of justice and hopes of changing Crossbell gets elected to the Diet. Alas, it never goes well for the lad. Justice isn't an attractive enough platform by itself to be able to push through new reforms at Crossbell. For better or worse, we have to entrust the task to the more sly and cunning folks. Yeah. But as Mr. Croix said previously, justice drives people, so never quite ends. I thought Inspector Liu is responsible for overseeing the SSS. I've also heard that he's a no-good, never-do-well of a man who's lazy about all day long. Poor Chief. Doesn't have much of a reputation, does he? Hard not to see why. Just look at the man. I hope we don't get shut down by Old Man MacDonald himself at this rate. As if that would ever happen. Ever since my daughter Joanna was 7 years old, she's been watching over Lady Ellie. For that reason, she cares deeply about my lady. I hope you'll be understanding of her behavior. Her tendency to act overly familiar, to be specific. Sanita's been playing with an adorable little kitten. I'm admittedly a little jealous. I wonder if they'd let me join in on the fun. Batgirl Marie, you have to take a bath today. I'm going to scrub the heck out of you and make you squeaky clean. Crossbell's market shifts all over the place during the anniversary festival. Investments start to pick up as well, since people are banking on business to surge during the festival. I'm willing to bet Crossbell's economy is going to have its fair share of violent flare-ups and cooldowns. I can't afford to lose focus for even a moment. The Hayworths are not there. Sophia makes sure to go to Mass every week. Not only is she one of the nicest people you ever meet, she's an amazing cook and helps Mr. Hayworth with his work. And yet, I can't help but feel that she's hiding something. She gets this really sad look on her face at times. It's nothing more than a hunch though. Many of my old acquaintances are from various noble households. Every distinguished family in Crossbell comes from a lineage of successful traders. It's no surprise those famous families have produced a number of dignitaries over the years. While I heartily appreciate the notion of descending from a distinguished family, they are all very much dignified people. I imagine that shouldering the name of a noble family requires a certain amount of decorum. I realize that the nobility is as diverse a group as any, with their own little eccentricities and temperaments. However, all of the friends I've had are the picture of dignity, never once straying off the mark. I imagine that shouldering the name of a noble family requires a certain amount of decorum. I managed to buy myself a spiffy white tuxedo with my allowance. Time to rock the hell out of it tonight. Now that the diet's in session, there have been a lot of more parties popping off around here. So, which one should I crash today? Oh, it's you guys. Weren't you just inside of a geofront a moment ago? I don't think kids like yourself should be playing inside of there. Please don't ever go there again. It can be quite dangerous. We're not playing, we were working. Hey there, wanna play? You're offering nice discounts today. Except you don't. It's no use. The chick at the cards table took everything I had. Guess I'll head home and start over from scratch. I lost 6 times in 7 matches. I can't believe this at all. There goes my last shred of confidence as a gambler. Do your best not to get carried away, everyone. You'll end up drowning in debt before you even notice it. I would not expect any less of you, considering your skills, Miss Hayworths. Allow me to offer you this glass of wine, ma'am. Oh my, quite a thoughtful one, aren't we? I managed to beat that man once again. Perhaps I was too harsh on him. Actually, now that I think about it, isn't a preview performance soon? Arkansas usually holds a preview performance for which they invite investors and affluential people from across the continent. As a result, the casino sees quite the uptick in business. Are you gambling in the middle of a day, Randy? You're on the clock, mister. Keep this up and I have to report you to your chief. Chief would probably let it slide, right? Yeah, he does love to be hands-off. I suspect he may even join you at the tables. I'm afraid so. But he is responsible when he needs to be. I see, you got a nice bus, don't you? Being a police officer seems like a pretty cool career. Kinda jealous. The geofront was planned out about 20 years ago. However, there wasn't enough infrastructure to keep up with the city's booming population, so they had to build quickly out of necessity. The thing expanded so much that it practically encircles the whole city from underground. The fact that all of us can live in comfort is thanks to the geofront's existence. Although I hear the city's management of it is in total disarray. I've heard an information broker operates within the Orbital network these days. They supposedly deal with anything ranging from normal information all the way up to insider info on illegal happenings. The mafia used to contract that job out back in the days, but these days it's become pretty sophisticated, hasn't it? Yeah. Our friend Jonah. Hello there to you. I've heard this place offers some absolutely scrumptious ice cream. Do you think it's true? Isn't he from Foundation to you? You think we should tell him about Jonah? No need. Let us keep this bit of information to ourselves for now. After all, it serves as perfect blackmail material. Damn, Theodore. You're just gonna throw him under the bus if he refuses you ever win? That's cold. Ice cold. There's no question that the children at the Epstein Foundation are bold. Here's a testament to that. I'm currently in the delicate process of inspecting whether or not this ice cream's quality is as marvelous as I'm told. But alas, they failed to serve a peach flavor. How will I survive without my peach? You appear to have far too much extra time on your hands, Chief. My ice cream is so delicious that even members of the legendary Arkansas can't get enough of it. It's gotta be great if the wonders Ilya and Plea are regulars, right? I'm gonna tell everyone that my ice cream's got their official stamp of approval. Did you manage to get your hands on those tickets, Tab? Nope, no luck. I tried asking some friends for help too, but none of them managed to get any either. Well, there's only one thing to do during the anniversary festival then. Yep, the only thing we can do. We'll be watching you from afar, Lady Ilya! We'll cheer on your performance from the theater of our minds, Lady Ilya! Your biggest fans! The first division is currently examining the theater. Not only did they interrupt our practice, but they've torn apart our dressing room. It's hard to keep calm at a time like this. Not much we can do about it though. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Let's see, the lighting for the next scene. Not good. The first division's investigation is disrupting our work and causing us to fall behind schedule. I'll help out with the preparation needed to run practice sessions. We have less than 2 weeks left until the preview performance. Everyone is working on finishing touches. They could change the angle of the lighting on this scene like this. We need to account for any detectives posted for the theater during the performance. I'm worried that they might end up blocking the light. Detectives will be posted throughout the theater during the performance. Man, I just hope they don't walk in front of the lighting. Theodore's acting is phenomenal once he gets on stage, frighteningly so. Truly seems to be on a roll today. Even a top-tier star like myself is struck simply watching him. Our main problem right now is Nikolai. Though there's no denying he works hard, there simply isn't anything about him that stands out. The man has no sparkle to him. Oh, you've all come. We've been running into one problem after another, but as we say in showbiz, the show must go on. Wish's acting skills have been growing at a steady rate. I hope that everybody else continues to strive to improve like her. Right there. Make that movement more dynamic. Yeah, feel the rhythm. Get some bounce into your step. This looks like the ideal spot for a sniper. The way this theater was built gives it far too many openings for my liking. I keep watch over here, Emma. Let's switch over to pattern B. Understood, sir. I'll have a man change their positions immediately. I thought I told you not to wander around. There's stutter, or do you have trouble hearing? No, sir. Sorry for that. Yeah, I figured we were pushing our luck. Performance is fast approaching. This building truly has far too many openings. You could take aim at the stage from just about anywhere. Talk about a guy who knows how to take advantage of his surroundings. I mean, this is a theater. Of course you want to see the stage from practically everywhere. We'll have to have full security in place in time for the preview performance. If anything were to happen to Ilya Platere, it would be a serious blow to our government's credibility. It would be a huge political scandal. Do you think that's true, Ellie? It's possible. Ilya is internationally famous after all. If word gets out, I doubt our politicians would idly sit by. I use SSS guides. You're no longer in charge, yeah? I'll have to ask you outsiders to exit the premises immediately. Aren't they nice? Is something the matter, Risha? Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm just feeling a little anxious with a preview performance drawing near. Oh yeah, isn't that thing a week from now? Yes, we'll be applying the finishing touches to the performance starting tomorrow. I must focus and put everything I have into practicing. I don't want to fall behind and become a burden to the others. Not only that, but we'll be rehearsing every day. I must focus and put everything I have into practicing. Every performer has a colorful personality, and so it can be difficult to manage them at times. One thing's for sure though, they pour their heart and soul into their job. Supporting these passionate young men and women makes my own job so very rewarding. There was a major incident where a dragon attacked a town in Blibber by the name of Bose about a year and a half ago. The town's hotel took charge of the relief efforts and provided lodging to victims. Such acts of kindness are the pinnacle of what it means to serve others. I wish for our hotel to follow their example. I would like for this establishment to learn from the Berlin Hotel's spirit of serving their community in a crisis. Argon's Theatre was established the same year I became the head receptionist. I think it's been about 20 years since then. My, how the time flies. I'm glad to see how popular Argon's Theatre has grown in that time. Please deposit your key at the front desk if you leave the hotel. We'll make the beds and organize rooms while you're gone. We're devoted to providing our patrons with the utmost care and service. Our manager, Letizia, gained her experience from managing the Times department store. You can tell she truly cares for this industry. We're devoted to providing our patrons with the utmost care and service. Sounds like Argon's Theatre's preview performance is coming up pretty soon. You can catch the occasional glimpse at their sponsors, and I've gotta say, they've all got some fancy ass orbital cars. I'm seething with envy. Definitely felt a chill go down my spine when that bracer walked in earlier, but it turned out to be nothing worth sweating over. The guy just asked a few harmless questions for some case, and that was it. Not gonna lie, even though I don't think we do anything shady here, I was still freaking out a little bit. I've gathered all our girls today to welcome a new hires with a little party. We've had 3 girls join up recently, so we gotta get them up to speed on how we do things around here. Today's my treat, everyone. Let's have ourselves a great time. I may be a scary looking dude, but I promise I'm all barker and no bite. I look after my girls so they can look after you. In fact, I'm such a softie, I'm gonna treat our newcomers to a little party tonight. Sandra sure loves to sit in here and waste her day away. Our motto has been to never pry into our patrons' business, but she's starting to harm ours if I'm being honest. Hey Eric, give me another drink. Sandra, why don't you head home? It's already past noon. Ah, Eric, you meanie. Who is strung up ass, huh? My shoulders have been really stiff lately, so I went to a church for some meds. The sister looked pretty disappointed when I told her I was a hostess. Not only that, but she had the audacity to start lecturing me. That really ticks me off. What's wrong with being a hostess, huh? We work hard just like everyone else. Imelda is operating some sort of terminal under the counter. What's this? It seems my dear informant decided to send some new bites of information. Showdown between the special support section and Yin. How peculiar. Jonah, that's not the kind of information you can just throw around. I will have to thoroughly discipline him later. A showdown between Yin and the special support section, huh? Oh, I can hardly wait. South of the city, there's a huge structure called Stargazer Tower. The historians figure it was built during the Middle Ages. Even in those times, Crossbell was the center of both trade and warfare. The story goes that an influential individual had the tower built for studying the stars. However, I hear no one has investigated the place in depth before, so who can say what the real truth is? We've been total besties for a while, haven't we? Still no boss I should know about? If there was a boy, we wouldn't be hanging out just the two of us all the time, now would we? I'll hook some witch stud one day. Mayor McDowell gives off this gentle vibe, sort of like a granddad. Unlike most politicians, he's always so kind. Surprisingly spry too. I guess he does always rely on that cane, though. Maybe old age is finally starting to catch up to him? Dad said Mayor McDowell is probably going to retire this year, but I don't want him to leave. Hey, what's the chief doing here? Chief, shouldn't you be working? Didn't you say you'd come up with a plan to cover us from the 1st Division and the Hayworths? Don't worry about it, I got the whole plan coming together in the old brain case as we speak. Is that so? Your statement fails to carry any persuasive power. How you handle the investigation from here on is completely up to you. Do whatever you see fit. But do me a favor and file a report for me later, Lloyd. Thanks. Understood, Chief? I'm expecting to see a surge of customers with the anniversary festival approaching. I wonder how my daughter is doing at her store right now. I have to work hard myself if I want to keep up with that youthful energy of hers. My daughter opened a juice store and she's been working hard to make it a success. I have to work hard myself so I don't fall behind. You'd think that someone as beautiful as Cynthia would always be strutting around in heels, but when I saw her commuting to work this morning, she was just wearing plain old sneakers. Isn't that crazy? No. When you have to stand here all day and work, you don't want heels. I may not look the part, but I actually love going on jogs. I usually go for a run above the city on days I don't work. Are you acquainted with Mishi, the venerable mascot of Michelin? He's been around ever since Michelin was only a wellness resort. His popularity surged, however, once the theme park was built. I'm planning a collaboration event featuring Mishi. Tio's eyes are sparkling at the idea. I'd love for you all to come by once we open the exhibit. Doesn't look like there are any new reference books for sale today. My fellow shopkeepers and I have been stocking up on anniversary festival related goods. Pamphlets and other tourist targeted items usually sell fairly well. It's not unusual to see a humble little corner store get flooded with customers. Something is seriously wrong with my mom. How can she spend hours window shopping? It doesn't help, but it feels like a waste of my entire day every time she takes me along with her. Hey you! You look like you want to join me in some window shopping. Give a child's shoes too tight and you might stunt their growth. It's important to leave a bit of toe room rather than aim for a perfect fit. I always get excited as the anniversary festival approaches. What fun awaits me this year! Necklace? Perhaps too hip for the wife. Looks like I'll be able to get some new products aimed toward the anniversary festival. I hope that Dan counterfeit dealer doesn't come again this year and try to rip anybody off. Swindlers always flock to the anniversary festival with counterfeit goods, hoping to pull a fast one on some sucker. I implore you to keep your guard up. I heard news about a fancy boutique opening up shop at Michelin fairly soon. I'm not afraid of a little competition. I'm certain I offer a greater variety of goods, not to mention I've got the upper hand on location. I hope to be able to offer my customers a wider range of styles to choose from. Pretty sure the boutique in Michelin is invitation only, so you need someone to vouch for you? Or you can't even shop there? Of course, I only inflate the balloons when no one's watching. If someone saw the magic would be gone, don't you think? According to an employee, a new Vaughn Company orbital camera is going to be in stock next week. I can't pass on the opportunity. I got to clear up next week's schedule. Personally, I'd like for our orbital car set to start picking up soon. Would be ideal if the government would start pushing for large-scale distribution across all of Crossbell. By the way, Dad should be coming home from his business trip next month. He says he'll make it just in time for the anniversary festival. Really cutting it close, huh, Dad? Orbments from different manufacturers can widely vary in performance, even units in the same price range. Now, time to see how Chaco's doing today. Somehow she caught on to the fact that I've been coming to check up on her, so I have to be extra careful. As if that would work. Well then, that wraps up my look-see of possible food store locations. Since I'm already here, might as well do a bit of sightseeing before I head back. Yeah, better do that now. I doubt I have free time during the festival. Since I'm only here for the day, I can't see everything I'd like to, sadly. I found even more illegally parked cars this morning. And after you guys helped me move so many of them yesterday too. Sorry Kate, that's just how these things go. Yeah, I suppose it's impossible to completely rid Crossbell of illegal parking. Isn't it totally frustrating though? It is for me at least, so that's why I'm really gonna tear those yahoos a new one. Illegal parking is a crime and crime's meant to be punished. The police will have to crack down on this if we want this nasty habit to end. That nice lady over there said she's running a food stall during the anniversary festival. I'd never had popcorn before. I can't wait. Traffic might be an issue during the anniversary festival. I imagine there'll be a lot of tourists arriving by orbital car too. Hopefully no one stirs up any trouble on the road. Nono's words must have actually gotten to Saldeo. He's full of energy today. Just what in the world did she tell him? Was it something along the lines of, there's going to be a bunch of girls stopping by the restaurant during the anniversary festival? Either way, it might have been a little too effective. I'm happy that he's working hard, but just look at him, he's crazed. Since she's usually so lackadaisical about everything, it's almost disconcerting to watch. How lovely. I heard that the CGF commander is constantly throwing and attending extravagant parties. Because of that, he never does his work and simply meanders about. I wouldn't be surprised to see his political career to go down the drain with one cutting tell-all piece from the Crossbell times. Well, take a look at this guy's picture in the margin, right there. You've met him before, right? Maybe I have? He was kind of a haughty-looking, middle-aged man. Who is he? Well, no, I'm afraid that it's a secret. But if I can land a big scoop, I might just owe you something. I managed to convince City Hall to show me all the registered names again. I made sure to copy it all down this time too, just in case. Come on, just spill it already! Well, I guess I walk you home for today. Okay. It's so frustrating. Weren't you two the ones who insisted on locking things in by the anniversary festival? Well, maybe the walks will help them in their marriage intentions. Because the problem seems they feel socially awkward with a third person here, right? At least that's my impression. It looks like we're also throwing a small event for the anniversary festival. So Theo just came up with the idea actually and is working out the details as we speak. Funnily enough, he said that the conversation with Nono was what sparked his inspiration. That girl gets him for some reason. Since it's festival time, I'm sure a ton of hyped up adorable bubbly girls are going to stop by to feast. Don't worry ladies, I match your enthusiasm and then some. Ah yeah. I hear the Mafia's been causing a lot of problems lately. One of the Bracer guys wouldn't stop running his mouth about it. What was it again? Were Vash having a spat with some foreign Mafia? Crossbells are dangerous as always. Boy, I feel bad for the tourists. They don't have a clue just what's brewing under the surface. Huh? Yes, we must leave for a bit. Things could become dangerous though. Tia, what did he say? He knows we are searching for something. But don't worry, I will help you when needed, he said. Dependable as always. Indeed, when the going gets tough, Sides never fails to help us out. Go faced. Being slow to action is a frequent weakness of yours. His words, not mine. Hey Anwi, how about we just go hang out on the highway? My pop's been crazy busy lately, so we'd be able to slip outside the city with ease. Real? What's with that face? Care to repeat that for me? Do you honestly think it would be a good idea for you to go waltzing out on the highway by yourselves? Crap, it's that guys from the SSS. Forget we said anything. Hey, you don't scare me. Don't get cocky just because you've solved a couple cases, Special Support Section. I'm sorry, it isn't the first time you've rescued us from a dangerous situation. I'm going to give you a real piece of my mind before he runs off and gets himself into even more trouble. I wonder if Mayor McDowell really plans to retire after this term. He already served as Crossbell's mayor for over a decade. Truth be told, I don't want him to retire just yet. He has a good head on his shoulders. A bunch of police officers have been coming here lately. They're in plain old civilian clothes, but I can't shake the feeling that we're on an undercover investigation. You think they're taking something out? Quite perceptive of you, Oscar. Yeah, he's always the knack for reading between the lines. Think you're giving a guy a bit too much credit. A bunch of police officers. I think this takes something out. Oscar gave me another freebie today. And then he thanked me for all the support I've shown my bakery by coming in so much. Like, it meant a lot to him. It caught me so off guard that my heart ended up skipping a beat. He's just so handsome, I'm lucky my heart didn't spring right out of my chest. Becoming a regular sure has its perks. Yep, it's decided. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to start coming here every day. Bennett's become a lot more outgoing ever since I hired Oscar. Boy, am I blessed to have an apprentice like him. There, I'd say this dough is about ready. I'll get you this time, Oscar. I swear you'll finally taste defeat, and it'll taste delicious. I'm making an original loaf of bread for the anniversary festival. I hope you'll be looking forward to it. I promise it's going to be nantastic. Maria Bell was on the front of a fashion magazine today. She's so cool. I'm definitely saving this issue. She has to be the classiest lady in all of Crossbell. She's one of the most gifted business leaders in the state and has the looks of a model to boot. I can't believe Maria Bell is on the cover. This month's magazine is definitely a keeper. I'm purchasing a lot more goods than I was anticipating. I should look into delivering them via freight train or airship. No, it's too late now. I'll have to look into shipping it by a truck when it arrives at Altair. Oh, welcome back. Are you going somewhere again? Yeah, there's still a few things that need investigating. I see. I'm pleased you seem to be giving it your all. You should tell me more about it when we've got time. I'm looking forward to hearing some interesting stories. Of course, it'll be our pleasure. We obviously have to keep the whole Archon-Seal situation in the wraps for now. Yeah, the sooner we wrap this up, the sooner it becomes a funny story to tell. There are many ruins scattered around Crossbell that date back all the way to the Middle Ages. Unfortunately, you barely find a word about most of them in guidebooks, so the majority of folk don't even know they exist. Well, I suppose part of the fun is finding out about these places on your own. So at least there's that. Dear, you do know how to make tea, right? Don't you just soak some tea leaves in hot water? I'm pretty sure I did it right. Awful. Just awful. This is completely undrinkable. They remind her that my pension is the only reason she can maintain her comfortable lifestyle. Hopefully she hasn't forgotten about that teensy little detail, right? This man can't even prepare a pot of tea properly. I suppose I should have expected as much, given that he can't even seem to do the housework correctly. Man, my heart's racing. It feels like it's beating like at 1,000,000 beats per minute. The anniversary festival is starting, and that means that Ilya will be shining. I was able to watch Ilya perform live last year. Oh, did you need any help? Sammy the caretaker can help you out. I wonder if those people that went up to the 3rd floor are still there. I never met the lady that lives there. She's hardly ever home. We of the 1st Division have been entrusted with guarding Ilya Plateri. See to it that you don't get in our way, special support section. There's also a possibility that somebody could snipe her from the outside. I'm going to investigate the perimeter before Ilya returns. The dog that everybody's been talking about came to Tally's store recently. I'm sad I missed out on it. I wanted to see him too. He shows up fairly often according to Tallis. Maybe I try to drop by earlier tomorrow. I might be able to catch a glimpse of him. I was talking to Brigitte about the so-called police pub of yours. I saw him around here a little while ago, but I think we went out for a stroll. He appears to be patrolling our neighborhood. What a good boy. Mama's a quick learner, so she's been very helpful with running the store. The only problem is all she does is help out with the store or read books all day. It would do her some good to make some friends and play outside more often. I appreciate her helping us out, but I wonder if she's really okay with staying cooped up inside, tending to the store. I always wonder if she'd rather be outside playing instead, and just doesn't have the heart to tell us. That was a really cute doggy. I want to play with him again. I wonder if he'd play with me. Mr. Grimwood has another business trip scheduled for next week. He's been really busy lately. I need to prepare everything now, so that Mr. Grimwood isn't unorganized later. Where could I have put that blasted folder? At this rate I'm going to be late for my afternoon appointment. In the thick of things, huh, Mr. Grimwood? Yes, that's one way to put it. Since the anniversary festival is next month, my number of appointments has skyrocketed. Ah, Ilya! Ilya! Isn't the weather magnificent today? I'm planning to increase my shipment of fruit so I'll be fully stocked with juice as the anniversary festival draws near. Now that I say it, I feel like Mom mentioned I should do something like this a while back. I guess it's just proof that she knows her craft. Even so, I'm not planning to lose to her. My mom actually runs that grocery store inside the Times department store. Maintaining inventory is her specialty. Maybe I should try to subtly get some insider tips out of her. I caught a glimpse of Speaker Hartmann's face during negotiations earlier. The expression he was wearing made me believe he was as extraordinary as he lets on. He just exudes this air of dignity. The 7 tools of a detective should be used whenever... Well, sorry, I was just going over some of the study material for the detective exam. Sounds like a hard at work, friends. You guys in the middle of an investigation? I appreciate all the hard work you guys put in. Everyone in the investigative divisions have been crazy busy as of late. I gotta keep up the hard work and earn my detective qualification as soon as I can, so I can join them too. I've got a sole, hidden run and fraud investigation on my plate today. Gotta hurry up and clean up this damn mess or else the sun's going to set on me. The second division looks pretty busy. I really hope I score myself a girlfriend during the anniversary festival. I'd love to be able to enjoy a nice vacation at Michelin. That's just a pipe dream though. There's no way the detective could ever take a vacation during the anniversary festival. Oh, you're back already? Were you able to complete the task? Yes, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, but well, We might have some new problems on our hands now. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Anyway, you're welcome to hold onto the key in case you intend on returning to the geofront. That way, you won't need to ask me every time you want to enter. Thanks, we'll take you up on that offer. That works out since I'm a little worried about Jonah. My apologies for all the commotion. They were rehearsing for the opening ceremony of the anniversary festival. No one's allowed in at the moment. We apologize for the inconvenience. Here you are, Mr. Ace. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to make good use of these. Okay, as long as I've got these, then the public hearing will be... This is a compilation of comments and suggestions our citizens have sent in. Submitting these to the public hearing is bound to throw a wrench into the inevitable conflict of interests among all the politicians there. Okay, I need to consult with the mayor before the public hearing begins. Does Ellie still have some lingering feelings about Crossbell's political work? I'm glad, Honest, to see you to arrange everything. We'll be able to hold the hearing without a hitch thanks to his help. The mayor's so busy that I can't seem to get a hold of him. Library. I've always told Cecile that she should pursue any career she desires. Definitely wasn't expecting her to become a nurse, though. It makes sense for what it's worth. Back when she was literally used to ask me to take her to St. Ursula all the time. She must have already had her mind set on becoming one back then. I think my wife's a little worried about Cecile having become a nurse. We must respect her wishes, however. This is the path she chose for herself. Wait, what? You're going to investigate Stargazer Tower? That's so unfair. I've been trying to explore that place for ages. Stargazer Tower is a historical landmark constructed during the Middle Ages. Please promise me you won't destroy anything in there. The director is taking some time off during the anniversary festival. It's not nearly as busy during that period, so he can afford to. I'm a little bit worried, but I'll do my best to hold it down the fort by myself. I probably rely on the director too much anyway. I have to seize the opportunity to prove I am capable. Ah, please, Mom, please read just a few more. Oh, that's no good. It's already getting pretty late. I should go get some shopping done, then head on home. Did you guys hear about Occurences' new show debuting on the opening day of the anniversary festival? Occurences is already super popular, but it's going to be a whole nother level during the festival. I just know it. I wish I could go and see it with Noe. We had 3 separate meetings to discuss security during the anniversary festival today. Namely, patrolling the city during the festival and security details for the reception hall. We need to remain especially vigilant during the opening ceremony, as we'll have many VIPs coming from foreign countries. Combat notebook. Thank you very much. Here's your notebook back, and please accept this as compensation for your hard work. Don't forget to stop by once you've collected more monster data, okay? Thanks, we will. Of course, we'll see to it that we visit. You guys hear the news? There's apparently been another incident in the entertainment district. As soon as an officer in the Metropolitan Division has located the perpetrator, the 2nd Division will mobilize. I think they're out questioning people at the moment. No. Oh, come on, where could I have put it? The special support section. What are you doing all loitering around for? Can't you see I'm busy? Scram! Right, sorry about that. Huh? Is that smell booze? Jeesh. Vice Commissioner Jackass seems more pissed off than usual. I do not particularly enjoy being scolded for the sport of it, so let's escape his temper while we still can. Wait a minute. Have you stumbled across a ring anywhere in the city? It's a wedding ring adorned with the most beautiful carnelia you'll find. A wedding ring? Where did this topic come from? I don't think so. Have you, Ellie? No, I don't recall coming across anything like that. Same, nada. Likewise, Vice Commissioner Pierre, did you perhaps lose your wedding ring? How sweet I just chance out of about this. It sounds like the Vice Commissioner's wife really has him on a leash. Sir, we could possibly track it down for you if you give us a little bit more information. Really? It's nothing to fuss about, really. I have misplaced my wedding ring last night. I started looking for it, searching every nook and cranny, and then checked again, but it's nowhere to be found. Just like I thought, I must have dropped it somewhere in the entertainment district. The entertainment district? Don't give me those condescending looks. I just went to relax and have a few drinks. Afterward, I played a few games of roulette at the casino and headed home. That's it. I know I had the ring on me at the time, I'm sure of it. Admittedly, I've been drinking a bit that night, and I don't actually remember anything past leaving the casino, but that's the truth, I swear. You do not have any memories after leaving Barker? No, not a single one. There's no way this is it. Good work, you all are dismissed. However, this little incident is to remain strictly confidential. Not even Sager can know, not a peep out of you. Do I make myself clear? Okay, but I believe you have forgotten to thank Zeit. Understood. Not to worry, Zeit. We will reward you handsomely with beef treats later. Oh, saved by the skin of my teeth. Everything will be okay, Pierre. Well, he sure looks relieved. Who would have thought that face was capable of anything but a scowl? I'd say this is case closed. We shouldn't disturb it anymore. Let's get back to work. An agreeable plan. So, considering this is in our list here, does it mean he pays us for it? Even without a report? Because there's written something of 1,000 Mira. Archon's previous performance starts in only a little under 2 weeks. I'm totally envious of each and every one of our reporters that gets to cover it. I unfortunately missed out on buying tickets for myself. I'd even settle for B section seats. Are there really no tickets left? Maybe the editor-in-chief can help me out. Archon's previous performance should be starting soon, at least according to their own schedule. Actually, it reminds me, Grace has been doing some sort of secret investigation lately. She hardly ever shows her face around the office nowadays. Can't say I've seen her face around. That certificate sitting on the shelf over there is from the time our company won the famed Pulitzer Prize. We used to have a legendary journalist in our ranks at the time. It was all thanks to him that we received this humbling award. You could pretty much say it set the bar that much higher for the rest of us journalists. The IBC's building security is airtight. We have guards posted in there 24 hours a day, so nothing slides under our watch. Not much you can do against hacks though. All the technical junk flies right over my head. Gee, think ideas as guards don't deal with that. I heard that somebody hacked into the IBC systems from the Orbital network. Thank ideas as guards don't deal with that. I guess the boys from the tech department will have their hands full with that one, eh? The receptionist told me that my financial summary will be delayed due to the terminal shutdown. I have a bad feeling about this. Who's responsible for this tomfoolery? Can somebody please tell me why the terminals aren't running? What if I end up losing money because of this? Miss Croix is on the IBC's board of directors. Though she may not directly manage the company, she's been incredibly successful in every venture she tackled, and at such an insanely young age too. We feel honored to serve as her personal bodyguards. I'm impressed of how put together Miss Croix is for her age. Don't know anyone else that can manage multiple businesses like she can. I wouldn't expect anything less from the CEO's daughter. The CEO left on another business trip. I believe he'll be returning in about 2 weeks if you wish to meet with him. Uncle never takes a moment to rest, does he? He can't, not when he's aggressively trying to expand our influence by forming partnerships with foreign banks. His current lifestyle doesn't allow for him to be in town for more than a few days at a time. I believe Miss Croix is currently in her room if you'd like to speak with her. The security department just informed us that the backdoor the hacker used has been fixed. Finally, it's about time we were able to use the terminals again. Sheesh, gotta cut some slack, won't you? We shut down all the terminals in the building just to be on the safe side. What an absolute pain. The building security system is completely off the grid. Zero remote access. Doesn't matter what little hacking tricks you've got up your sleeve, it's untouchable. Welcome to my private room, everyone. Or should I say, everyone except a certain shameless, scraggly-haired hound dog. Looks like he's not losing the stink eye anytime soon. Can't say I'm surprised a queen like yourself has a room decked out like an art museum. I believe these are all the works of many famous artists. Huh? Excuse me, but what are those things hiding in the back there? Those are Rosenberg's studio dolls, Lloyd. They're almost like they're alive, don't they? Belt's a bit of a Rosenberg connoisseur. As I especially love these precious little darlings. Would you like to give them a close examination? Are you okay with that? This is my first time experiencing a Rosenberg doll up close. The details on the skin are immaculate. I've never seen such a lifelike doll before. For real, almost feels like you're gonna up and start walking around. Wow, they really are incredible. I thought they cost a fortune, but I have to admit, the quality speaks for itself. I don't mind if you touch them either. However, I see to it that you repay me in full if they're damaged. Do I make myself clear? Belle, please tone down the scary threats. I'm too terrified to consider touching it. I'm only kidding, dear. Oh, by the way, if you manage to solve the case you're working on, do notify me. I'm interested to see the conclusion. Sure, if you manage to solve the case, that is. I'll be back again soon, Belle. A breach for a place like that? Shouldn't it be impossible to pull something like this off if you don't have a source code? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. How am I supposed to track them down? Rackathon seems to be awfully familiar with how our system works. If we don't come up with a way to combat the hacker quickly, Lady Mariabel is going to punish us again. We need to hurry. What a pain. That darn hacker cleverly devised a system to exploit the system's code in order to worm their way into our network. There's too much for us to handle on our own. I think we should probably ask Chief Roberts for his assistance again. Chief Roberts from the Epstein Foundation is one of the leading figures for the development of the Orville network. He knows it like the back of his hand, so it's no surprise we can borrow his wisdom from time to time. Only one more month under the anniversary festival. It's apparently been extended to last 5 days, so I've got a lot of planning to do to make sure I squeeze in as much as I can. I wonder what kind of events I put on this year. I checked out the restaurant on East Street the other day. The owner there is certainly a master of his craft. I have the pleasure of eating noodles that were just as good as my own. Wait, doesn't that mean I have much more training to do? I guess I got a bit too comfortable in my little bubble here. If I truly want to claim the top spot in noodledom, I need to devote my body and soul to it. I've been dealing with a lot more packages that have fragile written on them lately. I think they're quartz or something. Should probably be real careful with them. They've been laying the groundwork for the Orville net or whatever. I think these are parts they need for the project. I should probably be real careful with them. My grandpa was in the hospital until last year. He only got out now because he went away, though. He really doesn't like hospitals. I know how he feels, but this isn't good for him. I wish he'd let me help him out. I understand where my granddaughter's coming from. I know she's a good kid with the right intentions, but still, this old coot doesn't have many years left. Just let me do as I please. Crap. I just saw my dad coming down the street. Did he come to meet Grandpa or something? This is bad, real bad. If he finds me, I'm freaking toast. I can't handle another ass-long lecture. Dad's always nagging me to get a job. If he finds me, I'm freaking toast. I can't handle another ass-long lecture. Where you going, Roy? I told you not to leave me by myself. The Business Owners Association always holds an event during the anniversary festival. I'm interested to see what they do this year. I went and told Ace that he has to come home for next month's festival, or else. I've been counting down the days to the anniversary festival for ages now, so I'm determined to spend it with all my family. Next month's going to be so much fun, huh, Hayworths? Ace came and played Baser with me. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that Noelle said she'd be home for the first day of the anniversary festival. Since when old friend can go on about anymore is how it's just one more month until anniversary festival. I'm glad we're so close. Noelle was apparently able to take a vacation day for the start of the festival. I'm sure the Guardian forces their fair share of work still, so I hope asking for time off won't set anything too behind. Estelle and Joshua aren't there. Hopefully I can take some time off next month. I'd love to tour the highly anticipated anniversary festival with my family if possible. I bet Pearl is hard at work at the Times reception desk right about now. Oh, do you two know each other? Yeah, she's actually my betrothed. We've been so busy recently though, we've barely had any time to see each other. Whoops, amateur move of me to divulge my personal life in a professional setting. I think I get back to focusing on my work. Make sure you keep your private and professional life separate or you'll end up neglecting them both. I think I get back to focusing on my work. Those 1st Division detectives have been skulking around here since this morning. I can't bring myself to like them one bit. They remind me too much of the Empire's MP divisions. MP? Is he referring to military police? The Imperial Army acts in secrecy, so we don't have much of its so we don't know much about its military police. I'm sure their structure resembles the CPD though. I have too many bad memories of the Imperial Army. Besides, because of that, I can't bring myself to like the 1st Division. The way they move around in secrecy just reminds me too much of the Imperial Army. Well, this is my favorite police officers. You all had it somewhere? Yeah, we're going to check out the ruins on Ursula Road. You mean Stargazer Tower? Last I heard, the CGF had the place barricaded off. It seems some real fierce monsters started showing up there recently, so if you're going there, you better watch your heinies. Thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to be careful. I'm always struck by how caring and helpful Mikkel is whenever we come here. I can't just stop myself from being a busybody whenever you drop by the guild. But that's who I am, you know? Anyway, if you're headed to Stargazer Tower, you'd better watch your heinies. We've heard reports of some extra fierce monsters showing up there recently. Truth be told, I'm thinking of hosting a hot fishing competition during the festival. I'm even thinking of inviting a master fisherman from Liverpool to join in. Alright, your name's also Lloyd, isn't it? Haha, truly a great name for a great anglers alike. What are you talking about? Don't worry about it, kid. I haven't decided if I want to do it yet. Yeah, because the fisherman he wants to invite is also called Lloyd. Uh-huh. 23 fishes. Pretty sure I need a new rod for that one. Have I? I haven't. Cat food! That's not what I wanted, but okay. My husband has already left, if you're looking for him. He has a meeting at the Business Owners Association. They're busy making preparations for the anniversary festival, you see? Despite his age, he looked as giddy as a child. The Business Owners Association always holds an event during the anniversary festival. I'm interested to see what they do this year. We had that, but wasn't there this other view? I've been hearing the daughter of the IBC CEO is an exceptional lady. She's still young, yet she manages to hold a position in the IBC's board of directors. She's a spitting image of her father back when he was her age. She may actually be even more talented than he was. The Croix family must have been blessed with fantastic genes, considering how talented the both of them are. They may already be big shots, but I'm looking forward to seeing what more they have in store. There's the one thing about handicrafts that always keeps me going, and that's seeing people's reactions to my new works. I love seeing how things I've made can bring joy to others. Even if I keep injuring myself, it'll always be worth it. I got some real nice stuff cooking in my noggin for the anniversary festival, so get ready for it. chairman of a business owners association, is a great man and happens to be friends with a mayor too. He started out as a simple street merchant, but now he acts as a mediator. He's actually incredibly kind, believe it or not. He's even stopped to talk to me before. The insufficient numbskull. I don't think he realizes how huge an honor it is to receive an invitation to join the Business Owners Association. I wish I could do something to make him get how big a deal it is, but I'm not sure he has the mental capacity to really understand. A chairman of a business owners association always compliments me for all the hard work I've done. I'm glad to know I've got someone like him looking out for me. They actually invited me out for drinks a couple of times too. I'm not gonna lie, hearing that made my day. For street merchants, there's no better compliment. Oh my, it's noon already? I have to head home and get the laundry going. Between cleaning, laundry, cooking and shopping, there's always a million things to do each and every day. Will somebody ever help me out? Looks like I finally managed to restore the highway leading to Calvert. They sure took their sweet time considering it was just a tiny accident involving a truck. As long as I get my fishing time, I don't have any reason to complain. I keep hearing there's been a lot of weird accidents recently. Whatever. They finally reopened the road out to Calvert so we can start up our deliveries again. I better eat while I still can. I'm thinking about just dropping this business talk with my butt, because Ruth just never stops obsessing over details, you know? Running a business should be more carefree and fun, right? Damn it, why can't we agree on anything? Let's try this from the top again, Puck. When you think ramen, you think shoyu, right? Are you for real, Ruth? Miso ramen is way better than shoyu. Why can't you acknowledge that? What do you say? You'd better take that back. We can't agree on anything. Starting business with Puck might be a horrible, horrible idea. I come from Calvert, which has had its fair share of terrorism and the like. At first glance this looks like a relaxing place to live, but once you get past the fluff, there's a lot of shady stuff going on. At least we've got a powerful military unlike Crossbell. The unit for maintaining public order is a really amazing bunch in particular. Which is like night and day compared to here in Crossbell. You can't rely on the CPD for anything. Oh, oops, your badges mean your police officers, huh? I'll turn those delinquents into chopped liver if they ever touch my Shanshan. I can't understand what Shanshan is thinking. She doesn't have to put up with customers like that, just throw them out. Work's been busy since the anniversary festival is so close. I need to step it up. For some reason, Teddy's been glaring at me all day. Did I mess something up? Sometimes I can feel Daddy glaring at me, but I'm pretty sure I didn't break any plates today, though. Yeah, I get one with a nail, but it's a testament bloodbath. Beat them down into pudding. Wow, I think I'll order some right now. Is he singing, eating, or ordering all at the same time? Maybe he should stick to one thing at a time. Yeah, he's trying to sing, and then... And speaking of Easterners, I hear those Hey You guys have really been pushing my damn luck lately. How'd you hear about that? Damn dude, already? These freaking rumors keep spreading like wildfire. Why are you acting all surprised? Damn near every rumor that spreads through the city ends up coming through the downtown district eventually. I heard they hired some legendary assassin. Could you please not try to pick fights with everyone? Thanks. A legendary assassin, huh? You've definitely got my attention. I'd love to have a go at them if he comes out onto our turf. Are you seriously back again? This sister sure doesn't know when to give up. Yes, whatever you kids say. Let's get a move on, kiddos. We have a lesson to start. I'll see to it that both of you properly pay attention to today's lesson. Haha, you can't really take a hint, can you? I think I'll have to teach you a lesson on how to speak with your elders. Time to ruin the class again. That poor sister can't seem to catch a break. She's always being toyed with by Van. These kids never seem to bring any love for learning whenever I give them a lesson. They hardly ever show up to Sunday school, so I came here directly to help them out. That was close. I sometimes can't help but doze off on warmer days. I thought I stashed it around here somewhere. With a festival almost upon us, I need to go dig up my savings. Just because I live downtown doesn't mean I can't appreciate some luxury. Now's the time for me to go dig up my hidden savings. How should I celebrate it this year? Old Man Tanz invited a bunch of us over to enjoy some hot pot with him. Given current state of my wallet, it might be a good idea for me to take him up on the offer. Anyway, this is my first anniversary festival since moving to the downtown district. I wonder how I celebrated this year. Whoa, crap. I fell asleep without realizing it. Can't even afford to lose a half hour. Don't even think about falling asleep mid-studying, Miko. Shoot, I keep dozing off every time I try to memorize something. Memorization isn't my forte, unfortunately. Hey, did you hear? Daddy said he gets to take a vacation. Hey, I love Daddy so much. Now we can go to the festival together. Lima's just bouncing off the walls with excitement. But I know how she feels. It really has been a while since my husband was able to take some time off. To tell the truth, I'm looking forward to it just as much as she is. The door's shut, a voice can be heard. Work didn't want me, so I might as well get piss drunk, huh? Empty? What gift? Man, it's an emergency! Hurry up and get me more booze! Mama's gotta be restocking the inventory today. That's why we gotta close in the evening. So if you're buying something, you better hurry it up. Some investigators from the First Division just came by. Sounded like they were sniffing out something big. Such is the job. Speaking of which, would you happen to sell any information on Crossbell's underworld? No, I'm strictly dealing goods. That being said, I do overhear sensitive info every once in a while, if you catch my drift. Rumors about Rivage, Hayu, any lowlife making a splash in Crossbell's underworld. You name it. And sometimes during negotiations, a slip of a tongue can betray a person's secret. She must be our First Division's informant. The guys over in the First Division have their noses buried deep in some kind of investigation. Not like it's any of my business, though, so... I can't believe the Vipers have started patrolling the area too. No wonder I've been seeing their ugly mucks more often. Vasi doesn't intend to stifle their efforts quite yet, but that entirely depends on their attitude. Now then, the anniversary festival draws near. We must begin our preparations. Huh? Are they planning on offering special discounts for their drinks or something? Oh, those glum faces of yours tell me that you're in hot water again. What happened this time? You guys in a pinch? Yeah, I guess we are. Well, I can't claim to know your circumstances, but good luck. Either way, I'm pretty excited to check out occurences' new show. Doesn't look like he knows squat, huh? He may have been trying to goad us into leaking information to him. Oh yeah, a busty Eastern-looking girl moved into the downtown district pretty recently. You know, the one that's going to be the co-lead for occurences' new production? You think she'll be okay? I imagine it must be difficult to acrobat with those assets of hers. The worms have been patrolling the downtown district lately. I ran into them 3 times during my daily patrol yesterday. What a pain in my neck. But when aren't they, really? I hate the Mafia, but the Vipers are a real pain too. We only just started tolerating their actions, now we're getting this carried away? The leader of the Saber Vipers controlled the downtown district for as long as I could remember. However, that all changed 2 years ago when Vasi came out of nowhere and challenged him to a fight. Vasi emerged victorious from their raging battle. Following his victory, he established the Testaments as a haven for those who oppose Wall's rule. Vasi is unbelievably strong. My sister is supposedly taking some time off during the anniversary festival. I think I'll take some time off too. I want to hang out with her for a bit. I'm tired of worrying her all the time. Supposedly that new material used for customizing gear is dropped by monsters. They're only out, but they apparently like showing up in places where you least expect it. Well, if you stumble across any unfamiliar materials, I recommend hanging on to them. Who knows? Might even be able to use them for future upgrades. He's not wrong. Because new materials usually drop from monsters you can't see on the world map, but that just happen to be around other monsters you can see as a random addendum. Or from Shining Poms, that is also an option. But those are even more rare because they don't spawn always. Just hearing the phrase Anniversary Festival is enough to get me going. I can't contain myself, I'm so excited. Oh, I sure love festivals. How can I not? Everybody is so happy during a festival. Whoosh, whoosh, take this. What? I'm working my fighting skills. Don't interrupt me when I'm in the zone. Doing a little mental training, huh? Hey, it's not like I wanna. They haven't given me a bat yet. I'm sure I'll be getting my own bat sooner or later. You better watch out. Once I get my hands on one, neither you nor the Testaments will be able to stop me. I bumped into some asswipes from the Testaments when I was on patrol earlier. We gotta do something about those blue bastards. We got a meeting today, so shove off. Damn it, how dare they get all high and mighty on me like that? I'll get them sooner or later. Those blue bastards are gonna get what's coming to them. Just like Walt said, we're gonna settle the score with him one day. Are we finally going to war with those blue bastards? About damn time. Hold up, I'm actually kinda beat. Can we do it another day? I need to catch a few Z's. We've been butting heads with the Testaments more and more these days. Damn it, I want to take him down, but fighting that huge baldy of theirs will be pretty exhausting. Can't imagine anything special going on here. Doesn't look like it. And next month's anniversary festival will attract a lot of tourists who come here by train. All those trains lining up will be a real sight to behold. I have business at the IBC today. Well then, shall we get going? Don't worry, I'll accompany you, that chief. Traders like myself have to head out of state to stock up on goods for the up-and-coming anniversary festival. I'll be gone up until the final moments before the festival begins. Make sure to find me then, cause I'll have all sorts of nifty merchandise. Alright. But I think that's it for this exploration. Next time we go down the Ursula Road to Stargazer Tower and yeah, see what's up with Yin. Until next time then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.